Dr. Amy Sapola, Director of Pharmacy with an F at the Chef's Garden, and today I'm going to talk about potatoes. As you can see here, I have some potatoes that I've already cut, cooked, and cooled in the refrigerator. When you do this and then you reheat them, they actually have 40% less impact on your glycemic load or your blood sugar. With these potatoes then, you can reheat them any way that you'd like. You'll see here also that we have a couple different varieties of potatoes. We have this beautiful dark purple, and purple represents anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are amazing antioxidants. They're also anti-inflammatory. They're also associated with brain health. It's a little bit harder to tell because of the goldening on these, but there's a really nice yellowish color, and then there's more of a white potato as well. The different varieties of potatoes all have their own unique flavor and texture as well. So when you look at the potatoes, you'll see that we often ship them still with some soil on them. And this is intentional. We recommend just washing them just before you're going to use them. Leaving the soil on there actually helps our potatoes stay good longer. So just wash them off as you're going to use them. So I'm going to wash these off real quick. I'll grab a couple so I can show you the colors. So potatoes are actually our vegetable of the month this month. Potatoes as well as chives. And chives totally remind me of spring, and they pair so nicely with potatoes. For our vegetable of the month, every single month you get a different vegetable with its pairing of a microgreen or other herb. So I'm going to go ahead and cut into these now to show you the color. And you can see this is a really beautiful golden color. I love these. These potatoes are also lower just naturally on the glycemic index as well. And that's just the variety. I love the red skin on this one. Again, if you're trying to eat the rainbow, even within just the potato category, we have purple, we have yellow, we have red skin, and then a beautiful white flesh. And then these purple potatoes are some of my favorites just because of their really rich, deep color. This is actually interesting because it has purple skin and a white interior. And then we'll see if the next one is it purple interior. Yeah, these are my favorite. So these ones, you can see that purple hue. And even like, look at the knife. They have this beautiful, just like purple juiciness to them. And they're beautiful. They're full of phytonutrients and really, really full of flavor. They're also just a fun surprise. I think even when you're cooking with kids or with your family and you're expecting just a regular old potato, when you bring out purple potatoes, it definitely makes for a fun experience. So I'm going to go ahead and just toss these in a bowl here with a little bit of vinegar. And I love the pairing of vinegar with a little bit of salt and then the fresh chives. I have a little bit of apple cider vinegar here. This is just a raw apple cider vinegar with the mother. And apple cider vinegar itself is actually good for blood sugar management as well. Studies have shown consuming apple cider vinegar like in water prior to a meal is helpful, even as part of a salad dressing. And again, adding it to the potatoes is likely to be beneficial as well. Plus, it just tastes great. So again, we'll toss it around in the apple cider vinegar. I'll put them back on the sheet pan here. And then we'll just warm them up for a few minutes in the oven. You don't need to warm them for long, especially if they're already cooked. It's just reheating them. This is a great meal prep technique too. I love to make potatoes ahead of time on Sunday and then have them in the refrigerator, and I can quickly reheat them for dinner really any night of the week. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stick these into my oven. It's about 350 degrees to 400 degrees. When I'm cooking with olive oil, which these are roasted with olive oil, I try not to go over 410 degrees. So that's the smoke point of olive oil. If you can stay under 400 degrees or around 400 degrees, that's ideal. Otherwise, I would switch to another type of oil like an avocado oil or coconut oil. They're nice and hot. And again, it didn't take much time at all. So now I'm just going to plate our potatoes. And I want to make sure I get each of the colors in here. I love this purple and the gold. And you'll notice with our chives, you may even see some small black seeds. And those seeds our chefs love because they add a little bit of extra crunch and interest. But they're really just the seeds that have been the start of the chives. And this just reminds me of spring again. And if you were here, you can smell that fresh chive flavor and the smell of the freshly roasted potatoes. It's so delicious. This would pair really nicely with maybe a little bit of sour cream. And you could put a little bit of chives in there or other herbs. You could also even just do a mustard with it or any sort of dipping sauce, I think would be great. If you subscribe to our Vegetable of the Month Club, you'll get these potatoes and the chives this month. And again, each and every month after that, you'll receive a different vegetable with an herb or microgreen pairing. It's such a fun way to experience all of the seasons from Farmer Jones Farm. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Chef's Garden, and you can visit us and find this recipe as well as many more on farmerjonesfarm.com.